found that to be the case. Surprisingly, okay, let's say this. Maybe power is easier to have and wield than leadership.
Exactly. I agree.
Because you can come in and say, arrest them with no consequences. But to say, change this with no consequences is much harder.
Change is harder than arrest. I agree 100%. Possible scenarios of what next for Zambia's leadership. We know very well that the UKA alliance, blabbering, ranting and raving. Tonse alliance, internal struggles. This one says this one does a statement.
But I have a thing against alliances. This is bullshit. You don't do an alliance before elections. You do alliances after the numbers are in. Then you know, okay, who do we want in our alliance? You don't take the dregs of the bottom of the shit heap and say this is who we're having alliances with. Come on now.
But
who are in the top 3? You take number 3 to have your alliance with.
I think both alliance parties, UKA and Tonse, have realized their shortcomings.
Aren't they the same people in those parties, in those alliances?
Look, they've got the same frailties. I think the two camps have realized the problems they have now. So they thought
What are the problems they have?
maybe if we all fight for the same spot.
What are the problems they
The
have?
problem is I can't go and stand against UPND alone with my small party.
Yes.
So maybe if I team up with this one and that one, we'll be stronger.
Hang on. Then you're not going to win. Guess what? That's it.
Yeah, so that's why they've... I'm not... Look.
No.
I'm not the one on trial here, man.
No, I'm arguing the point.
Yeah.
Which is, you're not going to win. Just because you're small, it doesn't entitle you to win. Yes. Work at it. If you started as a councillor, work to get to be a minister, work to be a president. You don't go all the way 0 to 100.
So for me to go from 0 to 100, I've decided to team up with you guys.
And I'm saying that that's a misnomer. You have different political beliefs. Otherwise, you should be one party.
No, that, as much as I 100% agree with it, the focus is to dislodge whoever's in power. And then we'll talk about...
To put in what?
And then we'll talk about Utuma titles.
To put in what?
Wrong.
These incompetents. These nobodies with no power. No level of understanding of how to actually lead.
Listen to this. Possible scenarios. Opposition parties unite behind, because you're pissed off right now. I don't want you to break your glass. Opposition parties unite behind credible, visionary. Credible, visionary leadership.
The blind that lead the clueless. Yeah?
Okay, listen. Yeah. So the opposition parties, that's one of the scenarios. They should rally behind a visionary leader and a clear policy platform presenting a strong alternative to the UPND. So if you dissect you've dissected UKA and you've dissected Tonse, you're not seeing anything, okay? But the thing is, continued opposition fragmentation will lead to UPND dominance by default. So those small parties are saying, let's organize and see if we can dislodge.
I get that, but what I'm trying to say, look, don't forget, the Conservatives have been in power in the UK hundreds of years plus, right? Because that is the political belief that the party, I'm not going to say the people, but primarily the party, has said that they believe in. The Conservatives, the Labour, the Lib Dems, and then you've started to get these like the Green Party. Now, Avene Tonse and UKA, my Green Party, Badia. You don't have enough substance for people to really want to vote for you. Doesn't give you a right to be in power. People don't want you. Just because you gang up against the main party doesn't mean people want you.
The Zambians.
Yes. They won't vote for you.
The Zambians are suffering.
So fundamentally, what everyone is missing, because they're all looking at power
We want power. We want to lead. We want to be president of this country. They're looking at power and not leadership. The people of Zambia are saying, who is going to put money in my pocket? Who is going to make sure that my income goes up a level? Who is going to make sure that I have housing, that I'm not working as a volunteer, as a doctor and a nurse and an engineer? Who's going to give me a job? All I want is to feed myself and my family, number one. Number two, I want to level up. I want to go from this level of income to this level of income. That's all that people want.
Easy.
That's all. Now do that for the 20 million people of Zambia. Level everyone up. That's all they want. Not the 1%. And in Zambia, it's probably like a 0.2% of what we have of the rich people. Because most of them are foreigners. Let's not count the foreigners. Of actual Zambians, it's like a 2% who are really rich. And the government is saying, no, stay where you are because our party is going to become rich. We're going to siphon all the money as much as possible. Because me, I was in Uka, me, I was in Tonse. I never would have got anywhere unless I ganged up with these other people. Now I have access to money. It's just access to money.
Okay. I'm just thinking of how Elon said Donald would not have won without me.
And what are these people offering? What are those to my parties? Which ones are they? Do you know them?
Oh, there are many.
But name some of them. Like, who are they? Like,
Citizens Forum.
and what do they stand for?
Citizens. So it
Why
says,
should I vote for them?
I don't know. They are different. You see, the problem is the points of arguments are that the people are suffering, not this is what we're doing.
Yes, this is what we will do for you. And I've given you a very simple manifesto. That's what every party should have. It's a very simple manifesto. For every person in Zambia, I will level you up one level. In South Africa, they say levels. There are levels, my people. There are levels. Level Zambians up one level.
Okay.
That is a good enough promise for people to be like, I'm a vote for you.
A new political actor could reshape the perceptions of the average Zambian and make a change in the political landscape. You do agree. You don't want the same recycled people.
I'm so sick of
They were in UNIP, then they were in MMD, then they were in PF. I call them career politicians. You're not here for the people. You're here for your career, your income.
Of course. If I don't get into this, how will I live?
And I have worked with many of those who, to my face, no, I believe in the party. 1 week later, move to another party.
Okay.
Hypocrites.
How can leadership show up for citizens?
my manifesto. I'm saying my manifesto like I'm running. Maybe I should.
What do I need to do to run? Can I be the first female president of Zambia?
The girls aren't voting for you.
The baddies go vote for me. And all of you want the baddies. We can make a plan. We can make a plan.
My children, not me.
Sorry, what was your question?
I'm saying, how can leadership show up for the citizens?
The manifesto, I said, is very simple. What are you doing for the people? Chanda, in your IMF agreement, the point was that they were trying to claw back some of the money, so they weren't paying back as much money, so that money can be put back into the country.
Yeah.
And then what? What happens when it's put back into the country? It helps the people. That money could then employ those doctors, nurses, engineers who are not full-time because they're having to be volunteers. That money goes to pay for those people. That money gives us a road from this to this. Eh? Can we have a decent road? Eh? This is going to be my election symbol.
Do you know what I think? I think if a party loses power, they just all need to be arrested.
I mean, I'm not going to say
Do you know why? Because they took the Zambians for a ride.
I'm not going to say
Don't-
why.
please
You
don't
know.
Hold up. Think about God, please.
This is the one who's inspiring me to say what I wanted to say.
So that's what I think. I think even these things of in future having performance-related arrangements with ministers have to be there, and you have to check every time. It sounds ridiculous sometimes, but the point is, you've been a minister for so long. What change have you
What
done?
have you done?
What change have you done?
This is my frustration with that woman that we talked about who went from Ministry of Health to Ministry of Lands. She should not have been moved from one ministry to another.
Yeah.
She should be removed.
Problem